I've been looking for a chance to see this for years. In this episode we are heading to Lough Slat in Glentenassig Forrest Park, where we will bring you along for a little canoe trek through a truly beautiful flat calm vista. Located on the north side of the Dingle Peninsula in the southwest of Ireland, Gleantenassig is a little known but beautiful forest park. Lough Slat is our destination with the canoe, but we will also return to the beautiful boardwalk that encircles the upper loch. You know, horsepower can't take you everywhere. I present to you in this short film the power of the paddle. What we saw today takes a while to explain. To do it justice, I cannot play the algorithm and feed the pace of this for those who cannot slow down. Instead, I will ask you to slow down. I accept that this will lose those who can't, but if I can keep you, then put the kettle on, make time, and let me take you along with us at a pace that allows this experience to sink in.
Uh-oh, traffic jam.
Glantenassig has 450 hectares of woodland, mountain, lake and peatland to explore. As is so common nowadays, there are more rules about what you cannot do than encouragement for what you can. However, as you see, what we are doing is in fact allowed here. It would be nice to see advice posted here on what to do with your boat to prevent the import of hitchhiking aquatic invasive species into the lakes here. In my case, with the distraction of arrival from our rib, my canoe has not been afloat for over a year, so it is safe to say it carries no hitchhikers. But otherwise, there are recommendations such as washing your boat or even your boots with Milton or similar to avoid importing weeds or mussels and to kill unwanted spores or crustaceans. The adventure itself was one of the easiest to do in the end, but yet it was the hardest of all to achieve. The goal was simply to see and paddle out in Lough Slat with its imposing rocky surroundings in a mirror flat calm.
Look at it, Tom, it's gorgeous.
Flat calm is rare in Ireland. Timing trips to it is hard. Trying to catch its fleeting presence from the far side of the country is even harder still. This, after all, is not Lough Caum. This is the Wild Atlantic Way, and it is mostly true to its name.
The heaviest goes in the front and the back.
At 5.25 metres in length, she is about as big a boat as can go on a roof, but after several years of ownership we have our setup well figured out by now. Pretty soon we were ready to go. After two attempts at achieving this, the previous one ending with the canoe going right back across the country unlaunched due to high winds, and after all the fog, drizzle and rain we passed along the way, cresting over that little hill marked the last moment I needed to cross my fingers for calm and clear weather. After that, we four could at last simply slide into the calm, and after all my talk that it took to get us here, all I would have to do then is sit and listen to them all talk and take it in.
When we get out onto the lake, we've really been here now.
You can move that around. Watch out, Dad.
I can't do the spits in my head. Bye.
Yeah, where are you? So you sit down, Tom. Push those wheels under Mom's seat there, alright? You can just, yeah, that's the right one. me. I had to get out to push it off.
Wow, why is it gone so?
Isn't it gorgeous?
Steve, how did you get there?
Just everybody stop paddling for a moment. Just listen and look. So gorgeous. Look at this entire mountain to our left, look. It's all fully reflected.
Okay, I'm done.
Want to paddle over to the waterfall?
I want to go over closer to the coast.
Okay. We'll go closer to the coast.
Where have the sheep gone?
Back there now.
This is like grass.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it?
The shoreline is just perfectly reflected. We're not even making a ripple. Oh, the big rock straight ahead, straight ahead.
Need to start fishing. Tom, you up here?
I've had this plan at the back of my mind for years. Going fishing for the views a flat cam will bring is a very rare catch around here. Until the last minute it seemed that it would slip away from us. But in the end, we didn't just get a bite, we brought the catch aboard.
Look at that stone wall going up. How much work that was for somebody to build.
Oh, the ripple.
There's another one there, Tom, look. Another fish. Look at all the lilies. There should be a load of fish. Would the fish live in amongst the lilies, would they? There's a big tree stuck here, look. Yeah, the work it took to build that, imagine.
This was filmed in the last days of October. The cliffs here are so steep that there are parts of this north-facing shore that will never see the sun again from now until spring. You can feel it in the ground.
And the fog is still lifting off the top of the mountains there to your left, look.
I've seen this place in a storm as powerful winds scour down across the lake, tearing columns of spray vertically that spin across its surface like ghosts. Perhaps these are the source of the haunting folklore that is attached to this place. These stormy memories only serve now to illustrate just how fragile this moment is.
Will we go up and investigate the waterfall? Let's find a lower patch. Yeah, that's very shallow there. Yeah, that's ideal. You start paddling backwards there. All right, you should be able to walk out easily there, guys. paddles at the ready.
I don't know why I fixated on those massive stone walls rising up the rocky faces of this worthless agricultural land in the northern shadows of the Slieve Mountains. They say that as a species we never had it as easy as we do now, yet we were also never as disillusioned as we are now. I think that's why these walls stopped me in my tracks. I think those walls tell you the value that tougher people than us once placed upon whatever harsh land or glimmer of hope they had in life. That they would guard and mind a rocky and sunless slope like that with the sweat and blood of their lives is humbling. There's a perspective in this, and it's good to take in.
Just drift through it and just listen. Look at that scene out there to the right there. Look at the way the cloud is turning. There's loads of midges here, isn't there?
You can choose to look into the darkness of the waters beneath or into the reflections of the sky and the beauty above, both of which sit in the one identical glance. Life is only what you choose to see, but still, I'll tell you one thing I do know. Places like this help you to see things right.
2 ducks.
Half an hour before, it was fog. Half an hour later, the wind rippled the surface and the magic was all but halved. But we were there and we saw it. I will live on the magic of this for a long time to come. Now I remember so clearly that point, looking into the briars at the end of a long, hard summer at work, yawning on my first day off, nearly giving up on my own time off as a lost cause, hungry to go but too tired to go out and fish for the chance of a bite like this. Nearly too tired.
Oh, a little beach there. Yeah, okay, but I'll do the manoeuvring, so. Yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it? I want to go backwards because I'm the one who doesn't mind getting his feet wet.
Standing here at the edge of the lake, you can see the dramatic cliffs of Carricknaspanic or Spaniards Rock. There is a cairn a little further back beyond the crest of these hills, and it is named Cuchallin's house on the map. This connects with the old folklore and the naming of Carricknaspanic. It is said that Cuchallin had taken away the wife of a Spaniard whose husband pursued them to Cuchallin, from which she took a walk with him to the top of this precipice, and when there he seized her and flung himself and her into the lake below. So the rock is called Carricknaspanic, or the Rock of the Spaniards, since.
It's not like glass anymore.
Oh yeah.
That's wind. That's wind across the water. That's how fickle that magic is.
Connections by trade between Spain and Ireland go back a long way. It is not uncommon to see the dark hair and high cheekbones along the west coast. Even the boats known as Galway hookers carry the same lines as the Spanish traders. I dearly love my aluminium canoe. When you first buy these, they are as shiny and smooth as the lake. Over time, The hurt of the first scratch becomes the pride of the latest of many memories. Over time, aluminium corrodes, but it does so in the form of a dull grey oxide layer. The glitter and shine of new eventually dulls to a concrete grey that actually protects its form. After it survives that, you realise she is better than ever now in this older evolution. It is a more resilient form. She is good for a lifetime now. This one is built to last. I like a good analogy for life. For some reason, Glanteenassig falls off the beaten track, even though this peninsula is a well-beaten track. Travelling up the valley, you really do feel the remoteness of these imposing mountains. The higher lake also has a beautiful boardwalk which is wonderful for younger families. We have been coming here since our kids were very small, rain or shine, winter and summer. It is beautiful and dramatic in any of these forms. As we leave the park, we take the high road out. Before us were views of Brandon Bay and Tralee Bay, all decked out in their early winter colours. Most of the forest dates to the 1950s and 60s with large swathes of Sitka spruce and lodgepole pine. However, you can also find pockets of silver fir, larch and beech, as well as native species like birch, alder and holly. A lot of the woodlands were recently felled, which at first appears a shame, but it is being replanted with more indigenous deciduous trees, so in the end it will be even better. We arrived home late on a Halloween night, but the Spanish ghosts that lie in the dark and sometimes still little lake beneath the long winter shadows of Carrickmacspánaigh were good to us. I suspect that if they were ever true, they would always rest in peace in a place like that. How could they not?